Cool, we're recording. This is my brief breakdown of a new beat called Takoma. I don't know why it's called that, don't ask. Working title. So before we get onto the bass, let me start off by breaking down the beginning. So we start off with this slow sample. It's the same sample, this one just sped up. It's kind of reminiscent of kind of old school hip hop, maybe boom bap. It's a very nice sample. And then we get this fill into the fast. So yeah, this, as I said, is just a slow sample, but it's sped up. So you know, you take it, stretch it right there, and then you get the fast one, which is not what I'm gonna do with the slow one. It's gonna remain slow. Then we have the drums. Pretty standard hip hop boom bap drums, you know. We have a crash. And of course a little bit of automation right here to make space for the drum fill. And then in the background we have some just feedback noise to add a bit of atmosphere. And then here we have, I guess, kind of, I don't know if you'd call it a lead. It's more to make atmosphere. Works very well with taking up the high end in the mix. Fills it out a bit. Set together, it sounds pretty good. Right, and then we move on to where the bass comes in. So basically the bass just follows, you can check it out, follows a C through each one of the beats. So with the metronome, 1, 1, 1. So the C comes in every one, as you can tell, with some filling notes in between to make it more interesting. Works very well with everything. Right, and then we move on to return to the slow part. And as you can tell, the bass kind of changes here. It sticks to the C largely until it moves to a D for the final part, and the sample right here. It's not supposed to be like that, it's supposed to be like that. There we go. Sorry. And here you get a repeat of the same little pattern right here. As you can tell, it's the first 3 notes. It's it's not 3, but you get what I mean. It's the first 3 beats, that's what I meant. And then you get the drum fill again. And we're right back into the main component of the beat, I guess. Which continues for a while until you get the it's a bit of a shorter beat. It's pretty compact. It's meant to be. It's used for my for the slideshow, which is also on my webpage. So I suggest you check that out too. It's pretty short, but yeah. So to recap, kind of, you get to start off with the slow sample, you move on to drum fill into the main part, which there's not a lot of variation. Then you get bass, of course, back to the slow sample, and then you get back to the main part, which ends kind of abruptly. Yeah, I'll show you the mixing too. So for the drums, you get Cymatics Diablo Lite, which is pretty good. Works very well for kicks. Here, I'll show you. So yeah, that's a lot of punch. And a compressor to raise the volume. You get the snare. No mixing on it. I kind of like it the way it is. Pretty standard. You get the hi-hat. Also very standard. And then you have the samples, of course. You have the fast sample, slow sample. They're both the same. I use an EQ. I use Soundgleiser, and I use isotope vinyl. Vinyl mostly for just some effect, you know. Here's the bass. Okay. Get some overdrive, some easy distortion. Works pretty well. And then here you have the kind of atmospheric lead. So I use Valhalla Supermassive for that, which I put the mix level at 30, because if I put it at max, it's very extreme. So it works very well at 30. Balances it out, and some Soundgleiser too. And then you just have the bit of volume for the feedback noise, and then you have the riser, which has some reverb on it, and you have the crash, which has some reverb on it, and you have the drum kit, or the drum fill, which also has some reverb on it, just to add a little bit of, here, yeah, you can tell, makes it sound a bit bigger, you know, more roomy. Works pretty well, and together you have the full beat. So thanks for watching the beat breakdown. Enjoy.